Hey, what is up, guys, and welcome back to the FCS Football channel. And it's full time, and United lose. Oh, I haven't changed. Hold on, I haven't done this properly. This is still Crystal Palace. Hold on. Let me go to this screen quickly while I actually sort this properly. I haven't done this. I haven't done this in a long time. Let's talk. There we go. Here it is. This isn't great. Hopefully that updates. There we go. So yeah, full time. Manchester United 1, Brighton 2. What a disaster of a performance that was. Nice updated picture. Crystal Palace prediction in the future for the prospect game. I get. Well, I certainly hope it's not. But United has Eric Ten Hag been let down? I'm saying yes, he has. I think MG made a great point in the watch long that for a lot of for this team, it's one of the first times the group has played together. How can that be allowed to happen when we have had a full pre-season? Because we haven't got the signings done in time. That's how. You look at our first team, the team that finished this game, for the majority of it, we'll say, well, we was playing our best stuff. Obviously, we threw the youngsters on at the end. But it was this, wasn't it? That's the team that we saw play the best stuff today. Why? Why is that team the team that we haven't seen? We haven't seen this team all pre-season. Eriksen's played 2 games. Like, Martinez has played 2 games. And we still haven't got all the players we want. We've been let down. Eric Ten Hag has to take some of the responsibility. Of course he does. Because he hasn't got everything right today. It would be completely unfair and untrue to say he has. Because he hasn't. It's as simple as that. But it's not good enough. Not good enough today at all. Not good enough. And look, we'll go through. We'll do the player ratings and we'll discuss each player. We'll have a. How does this look? That's fine. Right. So first up, David De Gea. What do we make of De Gea's performance today? I think he should do better. For the second goal is criminal, De Gea there. What is he doing? Yeah, Martial wasn't here. And we did miss Martial. To be fair. Like, we did miss that presence in the box as a striker. Cristiano Ronaldo clearly wasn't fully fit to start. When he came on, he made an impact. And you could see we were missing that player up top. Bruno isn't a striker. Neither is Eriksen. Rashford obviously didn't play there in the end. Despite what my graphic says. Look. It's just shocking. We were unlucky because of Martial's injury, but not good enough. Not good enough. Still. De Gea, look, I'm a fan. I like De Gea, just not good enough for the second goal. He should just hold it. He shouldn't be pushing that ball. He pushes it away. He shouldn't have to. He should just grab hold of it and keep hold of it. That is what puts us at fault. That's who's at fault for that second goal. I don't want to blame Fred because I don't think it's Fred's fault. That's an easy piece of goalkeeping for De Gea. He shouldn't be pushing it away. He does. That is his fault. Poor from De Gea. First goal, I don't think he was at fault for. I didn't think De Gea played great, really. Distribution not good enough, really. Largely. He gets a 4. 4 for De Gea. Let's make this brush slightly smaller. For David De Gea. Diego Dalot. What do you say about Dalot? Was he great? No. Was he terrible? No. Probably just a little bit underwhelming. 5. And look, I think largely the defence is all 5s. 5s or 6s. I think Shaw, was he better than Dalot? Maybe. I think, yeah, I don't think that's too wrong. Maybe all 5s. I thought Martinez was good. So I'll give him a 6. But yeah, 5s all round. I don't disagree with that. United just not good enough. And defensively, I think Harry Maguire at times got kind of pulled out of position every which way. I thought Martinez in general was a solid one. The midfield can't even rate them. They were just terrible. 4s and 3s. 4s and 3s, isn't it? 4 and 3. I thought Fred was better out of the two, but both of them are just terrible. And they're just not good enough. They just aren't good enough. That's the issue. That's the long and short of it. They're not good enough. They can't, when one of the defenders gives them the ball, they are just not good enough to get the ball into these players. They're just not good enough. And that's the long and short of it. And when you're playing in this sort of role, that is one of the key parts to that. You've got to be able to get this ball out to your wingers and out into your forward men. And they can't do it. They're not good enough at it. And look, Christian Eriksen is an attacking midfielder. My guy went into central defensive midfielder and did a better job than these bozos. Yeah, I mean, I might be able to sort that quickly. There we go. For now, that should do. That should be fine for now. That should sort it, hopefully. A little bit less quality on the face cam, but for now, that will be fine. It's because I'm trying a new way of doing the player ratings, where it just looks a bit nicer to me. But if I have to, I'll go back to the old way of doing it. So 4s and 3s. Yeah, they're just not good enough. They're just not good enough. And I will, like I said, I wish they were. I wish we had a Scott McTominay-like player who was good enough. But we don't. That's the long and short of it. That's the facts about it. So, yeah. Fred. He's just not good enough again. Like, he's the better of the two. If I had to have one, I'm picking Fred, but ideally you don't have either of them in your midfield at all. Jadon Sancho, I thought he was very, very quiet. I can't remember who exactly it was said, oh, was Sancho playing? And I think that was bang on. I think in the second half, especially at the end of the second half, when we did go to that 4-3-3 with Donny van der Beek, Bruno and Eriksen, we saw Sancho got on the ball a lot more. I thought it might have been you. Sancho got on the ball a lot more and we looked better. Sancho is so crucial to this Manchester United team. We have to get him on the ball more. But, again, these two players here, they're not good enough. They can't. They're so dictated to pass the ball left, Pass the ball left. We end up abusing this left-hand side. And we don't get to see this man. Strut his stuff. Show how good he is. And that's always an issue. As soon as we got more creative players on the pitch, better players on the ball, we saw Sancho get on the ball more and we were looking much, much more dangerous. That's the long and short of it. And I think Sancho, I'm going to give a 5.5. Eriksen today, I'm going to give him a 7. And there's no doubts for me, he's our man of the match. I thought he was great today, Eriksen, really. Struggled in the first half, but then went into a role he's never really played in defensive midfield. Was fantastic there. I thought he played, obviously, he was the kind of the striker in the first half. He struggled there, but he was creative. And look, if I'm giving, I think he was a level up to Martinez. Martinez was good. If Martinez is a 6, I think Eriksen is a 7. 6.5 for me. He did his best and had to play out of position. Yeah, 6.5, 7. Very, very similar. I don't think I'd argue with a 6.5, but I'm just going to give him a 7. Debut. Out of everyone in this team, he's one of the ones that can take the most credit and be the most happy with his performance. Bruno Fernandes, I didn't think he was great today. 5. Yeah, better than Fred. Kind of on the same level as the rest of the defenders. Just a 5, just not really good enough. Second half, again, when we went to that 4-3-3, got on the ball more and he was a lot better. Why am I not surprised by that? Put the better players on the pitch and you will see better results and better performances. It's as simple as that. And Marcus Rashford. Rashford wasn't great today. 4.5. I don't think he was great. He went up top. Well, that was basically nothing really. On the bench, Donny. I thought he played well when he came on. 6.5 for Donny. Who else came on? Ronaldo. I'll give him a 6. Ronaldo. And I'm not gonna bother doing the rest because they just didn't play, did they really? I thought, look, when Ronaldo came on, we saw a big impact. When we saw Donny van de Beek come on, we saw a big impact because these two are quality players, and it changed how we played. Realistically, while their impact was important, I think the bigger part to their impact was the change to this. When we changed to this, we were better because we had creative, 3 quality players in midfield who can dictate the play, can get the ball and use it and move it very, very well. And that's the difference between a Fred and McTominay midfield and Eriksen, Bruno, or Eriksen, Van de Beek midfield. They can get hold of that ball and use it properly and be creative and be dangerous with it. Get those players together, or those type of players together on the ball more often, we will win more games than we lose. That's the long and short of it. Like I said, I'm not going to do the likes of Malacia, Garnacho, and Elanga. They didn't touch the ball really. Erik ten Hag will get I'll give him a 6. He has it all up against him. We had a pre-season that was hardly a pre-season. The board haven't backed him, hasn't got him the plays that he needs and wants. He has to look. This is pretty much Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and Ralph Rangnick's team, more or less. That's the issue. We need plays. Get Erik ten Hag the plays he wants, and then we can start fairly and rightfully judging him. Well, eventually he did sub McTominay, but maybe a bit too late. I'm not saying he was perfect, but he has it all up against him. He hasn't had a full pre-season, and he went with what kind of like no striker really. Ronaldo wasn't fully fit. Martial came out injured late. That's about. I think he did more or less the best he could. But I'll put this on the record as well. If this was Ollie, he'd be on a 5 for sure, maybe a 4. But because Ten Hag, he's been here for how long? Hasn't been backed properly. Hasn't got the team he wants. He gets a little bit more leeway from me. So yeah. But look, that is going to be it from me today. If you have enjoyed, please do hit that like button below and subscribe if you are new and you haven't already. That would be greatly appreciated. I don't know what game we'll be covering next. Unfortunately, there isn't a Brentford watch along next week. But we will be doing a match preview still, and we will do some games to make up for that. But yeah, thank you all for watching. And I'll see you all in the next one in a bit. Peace.